The ghost in the dressing room. Trying on clothes in the dressing room can be an unsettling experience, especially when you're alone. Carla, a frequent Walmart shopper, had a terrifying experience in the dressing room. She was trying on a dress when she heard a faint whisper. She ignored it, thinking it was another customer in the adjacent stall. As she continued trying on clothes, the whispering grew louder and more distinct. Carla listened closely and realized the voice was saying, "Get out." Panicked, she quickly dressed and prepared to leave. As she opened the door, she saw a reflection in the mirror, a shadowy figure standing behind her. Carla screamed and bolted out of the dressing room. She reported the incident to the staff, but they found no one in the dressing room area. She never returned to that Walmart, fearing another encounter with the ghostly figure. The chilling encounter in the parking lot. Walmart parking lots can be vast and lonely, especially at night. Tom, a security guard, had a night he would never forget. He was doing his rounds when he noticed a woman standing alone in the far corner of the parking lot. She seemed distressed, so Tom approached her to offer help. As he got closer, he realized the woman was dressed in outdated clothing, and her eyes were hollow and lifeless. She whispered, "Help me," and then vanished into thin air. Tom stood frozen in place, unable to comprehend what he had just witnessed. He later learned that several years ago, a woman had been abducted from that very parking lot and was never found. Tom believes he saw her restless spirit, still seeking help. He requested a transfer to a different location soon after. The eerie employee break room. Even the break room, a place meant for relaxation, has its own share of eerie stories. Anna, a Walmart cashier, had an unsettling experience during her break. She was sitting alone, eating her lunch, when she heard faint music. It sounded like an old lullaby playing from an unseen source. Anna searched for the source of the music, but found nothing. The music grew louder, and she started to feel lightheaded. Suddenly, she felt a cold hand on her shoulder. She turned around, but no one was there. Panicked, she ran out of the break room and reported the incident to her supervisor. It turned out that several employees had experienced similar incidents in the break room, with strange music and cold touches. The source of these occurrences remains a mystery, leaving employees wary of spending time alone in the break room. The creepy customer service call. Walmart's customer service desk is always busy, handling returns and answering questions. But sometimes, the calls they receive are anything but ordinary. Karen, a customer service representative, received a call one evening that still haunts her. The caller, a woman, asked in a shaky voice if she could help find her son. Karen, concerned, asked for details. The woman explained that her son had gone missing in the store years ago and had never been found. Karen offered to call security, but realized the line had gone dead. Confused, Karen looked up the incident and discovered that a boy had indeed gone missing in the store years ago. The case was never solved, and the boy was presumed dead. Karen believes the call was from the boy's mother, still searching for her lost son. She never heard from the mysterious caller again. The unseen force in the bakery. The bakery section of Walmart is always filled with delicious smells and fresh goods. However, it also has its share of eerie occurrences. John, a baker, had a disturbing experience early one morning. He was preparing dough when he felt a strong, cold gust of wind, despite there being no open windows or doors. John shrugged it off and continued his work, but then the trays started rattling violently. He tried to steady them, but they seemed to move on their own. Suddenly, a loaf of bread flew off the counter and hit the wall with a force that startled John. Terrified, John reported the incident to his manager, who dismissed it as a figment of his imagination. However, other bakers had experienced similar occurrences, leading them to believe that an unseen force was at play in the bakery. The mysterious figure in the garden center. The garden center at Walmart is a serene place filled with plants and gardening tools. But at night, it can be quite eerie. Lisa, an employee, had a strange encounter while closing up one evening. She was watering the plants when she saw a shadowy figure standing near the entrance. She called out, thinking it was a customer who had stayed past closing time, but the figure didn't respond. Lisa approached cautiously, but as she got closer, the figure disappeared. She felt a chill and quickly finished her tasks, eager to leave. Lisa later learned that the garden center was built on what was once a burial ground. The figure she saw is believed to be the restless spirit of someone buried there, still wandering the earth. Lisa now avoids working late shifts in the garden center. The haunted Halloween decorations. Every year, Walmart stocks up on Halloween decorations, from creepy masks to spooky inflatables. But one year, the decorations themselves seemed to come to life. Emily, a seasonal employee, was tasked with setting up the Halloween display. She noticed that one particular animatronic clown seemed to move on its own. At first, she thought it was just malfunctioning, but then she heard it laugh, a sinister, low chuckle that sent shivers down her spine. The clown's eyes glowed red, and it seemed to follow her every move. Emily unplugged it, but it continued to laugh and move. Terrified, she reported it to her manager, who found nothing wrong with the animatronic. Other employees also reported strange occurrences with the Halloween decorations that year, leading them to believe that something supernatural was at play. These true Walmart horror stories reveal a darker side to the retail giant, filled with eerie encounters and unexplained phenomena. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, there's no denying the chilling experiences shared by employees and customers alike. So next time you find yourself at Walmart, keep an eye out for anything unusual. You never know what you might encounter. The mysterious cleaning lady. During the late night hours, the cleaning crew at Walmart works diligently to ensure the store is spotless. However, some employees have reported seeing a mysterious cleaning lady who appears and disappears without a trace. Tony, a night shift manager, had a particularly eerie encounter with her. One night, Tony was doing his rounds when he saw an elderly woman mopping the floors near the produce section. He didn't recognize her as part of the regular cleaning crew, so he approached her to introduce himself. As he got closer, she turned and gave him a knowing smile before walking away. Tony followed her, but she vanished around a corner. When he asked the cleaning crew about her, they claimed there was no such woman on their team. Tony later discovered that a cleaning lady had passed away in the store years ago while working her shift. He now believes he encountered her restless spirit, still tending to the store she once cared for. The unsettling whisper in the pharmacy. The pharmacy section of Walmart is usually a place of order and calm. However, Jane, a pharmacist, had an unnerving experience that left her shaken. One evening, as she was organizing prescriptions, she heard a faint whisper calling her name. Jane looked around but saw no one. The whisper grew louder and more insistent, sending chills down her spine. She tried to ignore it, but the voice continued, now sounding distressed. "Help me," it pleaded. Jane rushed out of the pharmacy and reported the incident to her supervisor, who suggested it was just her imagination. However, Jane couldn't shake the feeling that someone or something was trying to communicate with her. She later learned that a tragic accident had occurred in the pharmacy years ago, leading her to believe that the voice belonged to a restless spirit seeking help.